Coming up, I'm going to go over my Master Bushman front pocket sheath and how I designed it and why I designed it. So stick around. Hi, I'm the OCD Hunter, bringing you tips, tricks, DIY hacks, and other useful ways that my OCD can help make your life a little bit more simpler. Today I'm going to go over my Master Bushman front pocket leather sheath, and I'm going to explain exactly why I designed it this way and what it's used for. But first, I need to explain a few things. Number one, I am not a big folding knife guy. Whenever you have some type of mechanics involved, there's always a chance that it can fail. And that's why I prefer to want to carry a fixed blade with me all the time. Of course, my one exception is my Victorinox's Swiss Army knives. I do have a couple of those that I carry on a regular basis. But when it comes down to it, I would rather prefer to have a fixed blade on me at all times. And that's one of the reasons why I developed this sheath. My second reason is only about 30% of the time do I wear a belt. A lot of my pants, especially my shorts, are drawstring, so I don't even have a place to put a belt. So I wanted to be able to carry my fixed blade with me wherever I went, and the best option was in the front pocket. Now, I've tried carrying fixed blades on my neck, and it works great for certain instances. Out in the woods is perfect. When I'm out on a fire run like an extrication, is perfect. I'm able to pull the knife off and cut the seat belt or whatever I need because the access is always there. But it's not always practical to walk down the middle of downtown with a big neck knife hanging around your neck. And then if you put it inside your shirt, then you kind of look goofy when you're reaching inside your shirt to take it out or put it back up in there. So neck knives do play a place with me, but for everyday carry, it's not the most practical. So what I ended up having to do is carrying basically my fixed blade knife in a sheath, either in my coat or in my front pocket. But the problem with just carrying it in its sheath is that there was no way to securely pull it out and reposition it without having to pull out the whole sheath. So this is where I came up with my front pocket sheath, because I wanted to be able to pull the knife out, use it, and then replace it, much like if it was on my belt. Okay, let's just go over the basic design elements of what I got for the sheath. It's pretty simple, but I just want you to understand that there's kind of a reason for everything and why it's there. First of all, when I made the sheath, I wanted it to have the slimmest profile as possible because it is a large knife and you're planning on carrying it in your front pocket. Now, I'm a larger guy, so I can get away with carrying larger things in my pocket than some people. But I found that with this nice clip, I've been able to carry it not only in jeans, but as well as like running shorts or just any type of pants. And it just holds right there where you have the ability to just pull out and replace, much as if it was just on your belt anyway. So the clip I use on here are the same type of clips that I use for my gun holsters, if you've seen any of those. So they are really, really sturdy. So for instance, here's one of my very first gun holsters I made, and it's still in a really good condition. But these clips are awesome because they've got a lot of grab, so you don't have to worry about when you're pulling your knife out that the whole sheath is going to pull out. So then the second thing is obviously I had put out a video explaining that originally I had the stone coming out the top, and the problem with that is it would run into the clip, or it just was too difficult to come out. So my solution to that problem is to run the stone off the side. And there's a couple features I've got with this. First of all, I put a thumb hole on the side to kind of give you a window to see to make sure that your stone is there. I don't know how many times I've gone someplace and I've had something what I thought was in my pouch and I didn't check. And then I open it up and sure enough I'd taken it out to use for something else and it wasn't there. So I have a visual point so you can always tell if it's there. Then the other thing is they just simply unsnap, and then I've got a thumb or finger push that allows you to push it right out so it's easy to pull out. Here you can see I've got it on my belt, and I'm able to open it, push the stone out, and replace it without any problem. There was no way that I was going to be able to do that with it coming out of the top because it was so difficult. So I think that change was pretty good. And then of course over here I have the Victorinox honing diamond rod for honing, and it just comes in and out as well. And of course, you know, it's up to you. You can carry it right side up or upside down. It doesn't really matter. And then I just got a little bit of shock cord on it to just keep it in place. So basically that is design in a nutshell. On the back, I've also still got a belt loop, because there are times where I do wear a belt and I want to carry it on my belt. So this sheath will give you an option of carrying it in some type of a front pocket or to carry it on a belt. And one more thing, I hand build all my sheaths. I don't have a clicker press, so I have to cut out each part. I don't have a sewing machine, so I sew everything by hand. I dye it. Everything I do is by hand. So it takes about a week to get one of these sheaths done. That being said, because I don't use a sewing machine and I do everything by hand, there may be some small imperfections in the sheath. But to me, I think that just shows that it's, you know, the craftsman of the handmade. But I use 7 to 9 ounce cowhide leather for the main sheath and 3 to 5 for the pouch. And I use heavy cotton wax thread along with copper rivets, which are awesome. They won't let go at all. And some brass hardware. So basically, here's the sheath. This is what it's going to look like. I'm going to make these in 4 colors. The first color is black. The second color is going to be brown, and this is actually a sheath I made for William Collins, which was a total honor to be able to make a sheath for the knife maker. But it will be in brown. His is a little bit different because he needed a smaller belt loop, so it works with his night eyes, so I limit his to 1 inch, but I do like a thicker belt strap, so these are the ways they will be sold. It's about 1.5 inches thick versus 1 inch. And then I will also be doing them in this ox blood, which is this color, and then I'll also have them in what they call buckskin, which is kind of a dirty mustard yellow color. So if you're interested in these sheaths, you know, look down in the description. I'll have a place where you can contact me. Now, the reason I chose these implements is I have a DMT sharpening stone and then a Victorinox honing rod. And I just like to have some type of sharpening implement with me in case Murphy shows up. And so the sharpening stone will allow me to actually re-profile the edge if something were to happen. I was to chip the blade or something. And then I have the honing rod to simply just keep the edge sharp. And the reason I picked these two is because William Collins, the knife maker of this Master Bushman, recommends these 2 products, and I figured if the knife maker recommends these products for his knives, then those are probably the good ones to carry. So there you have it, my Master Bushman front pocket sheath. If you want to purchase yours, just look in the description. There'll be a way that you can contact me. But keep an eye out, because I'm gonna make some other sheaths for some of his other more popular knives as well. But until then, I'm the OCD Hunter, and I hope that my continual painstaking practice of changing, fixing, and improving on ideas will help you out in your endeavors. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the bell next to the subscribe button to get notified new videos. Comments are always welcome.